Welcome this edition of the Rich Eisen Show, live on Disney Plus, live on the ESPN app, ESPN Radio, coast to coast. Also, wherever you are with satellite radio, Sirius XM Channel 80. That's home to ESPN Radio and home to us, which we're thrilled to be on every single day. John Cena is going to be zooming in less than 20 minutes' time. It'll be great to chat with. Last time he was in anywhere of our orbit, he sat for 2.5 hours on No Contest Wrestling. Is that correct?
I mean, he changed the game for us. Man.
He did indeed. So he did actually, and he's going to be zooming into our program in less than 20 minutes' time. And as we learned going off the air, Aaron Rodgers is playing football only one more year. He flat out said that in his introductory or reintroductory press conference in Pittsburgh. So that means we sent up the bat signal for Jerry Dulac. He'll be joining us on this program. Osi Umenyiora, from way back in the day of the New York Football Giants, two-time Super Bowl champion. And I first interviewed him in the first couple years of NFL Network's existence, now turned 23. He's involved with NFL UK and NFL Africa. And we'll stroll down memory lane and talk about the international series and how the international flavor of players in the NFL keeps growing. That's in hour number 3. There's you at 844-204-RICH, number to dial. Win-loss games galore. Lots to talk about. Chris Brockman, good to see you over there. How are you?
Hey, Rich. Hold on a second. I'm going to fall down. Oh.
Okay, very good.
Oh, gosh. Sorry.
Wow, look at you
acting.
Performing.
Let me make my point real quick. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, very good.
Oh, my gosh.
How are you, Jason Feld?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Oh, Philly talk.
Because I saw. Careful. Sorry. He's committed to the bit.
Sorry.
He's committing to the bit. The bit's committed.
Jeez.
Good to see you. You rascaled into our studio today.
Yeah, a little foot surgery yesterday, but, beat my record.
Excellent.
Last time I was here 3 days after spine.
Okay, very good. Well, good. I'm glad that you're here.
Thanks.
Poise counts.
Poise does count. Good to see you, TJ Jefferson. How are you?
I'm great.
Don't fall down over there.
Hey, listen. I understand the conversation that you're alluding to right there is every single time the Oklahoma City Thunder win a playoff basketball game, we're talking about how they flop and the officiating and how they're being poorly officiated. But I do, before getting into that, want to say just how wildly entertaining the first 2 games of the Western Conference Finals have been, and the first 3 playoff games of these conference finals so far. The first 2 of the West sandwiched around that comeback win by the Knicks that the Cavs are trying to rebound from tonight in Madison Square Garden on the ESPN family of networks, the Disney family of networks. That'll be later on tonight. And it's just been superb. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's MVP awarding, led to Victor Wembanyama's 40-20 piece on game 1 night, back on Monday night, that SGA showed up last night, and he does hit the floor an absurd amount of times. Like
on every shot.
Like even Joel Embiid sitting at home going, that's embarrassing. And so it's frustrating to watch, but the guy is particularly special and one of the best basketball players in the NBA, where you're wondering does he need to even do it sometimes, and
ever,
and the officials aren't biting as much as they have. He took just 6 free throws last night, which is a box you want to check if you're the San Antonio Spurs.
That's
certainly
true.
When playing SGA in his home arena. Just 6 free throws for him last night. 12 of 24 from the field, though, and a lot of them coming every single time the Spurs would make it a 1-possession game after the Thunder took a 10 or 11-point lead. There was, as you know, in the end of the first half, a comfort zone for Oklahoma City where they led anywhere between 6 and 11 or 12 points. And then the Spurs made a run to start the second half. And then SGA and the rest of this highly talented team, Alex Caruso is just a marvel to watch play basketball. I loved listening to Jamal Crawford and Reggie Miller both kind of chuckling at his game, where he would just come off the bench and within 2 seconds gets his first touch and he launches a 3 and he heat checks successfully. It really, he checks in and then heat checks, this guy. And he plays both ends of the floor. And a transition game is crucial for him. Dude, mean to bring up any sore subject, but how the hell did the Philadelphia 76ers just let Jared McCain become an Oklahoma City Thunder, essentially, and how many crucial minutes he's playing. And
Another
how long
list of bad moves.
And he is playing such terrific basketball. He was only 4 of 14 last night, but his clutch shooting. A.J. Mitchell, another member of this team.
A little bit of a breakout, these players.
And, their defense leading to 21 turnovers for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, you could also credit the fact that the Spurs are banged up and De'Aaron Fox is sitting in his street clothes and Stephon Castle is turning the ball over at an alarming rate. He, last night in game number 2, wound up with 9 turnovers after 11 in game 1. That's 20 of the 44 turnovers that the Spurs suffered in the first 2 games of the series, leading to 55 Thunder points, including last night the turnovers that they coughed up. 21 of them led to 27 Oklahoma City Thunder points, which is, by the way, the 5th time in this postseason of the 9 victories that they've had. 5 of them have featured at least 27 points off of turnovers. It's tough to beat this team to begin with. Okay? It's tough to beat this team to begin with. And there's that. So I did want to give some flowers before I jumped into the officiating portion of this conversation, because the Spurs do have some good things to check a box after last night's loss, okay? The fact that they almost won this game and were in it towards the end without De'Aaron Fox for the entirety, and this dynamic 20-year-old Dylan Harper being out for much of the second half. Now, I'm sure Oklahoma City Thunder fans are saying, well, Jalen Williams, he's out with a hamstring injury again, and it looks like Dylan Harper's out with a hamstring injury of his own. They called it a leg injury. He's holding the back of one of his thighs. That's never any bueno. And boy, did they miss his playmaking ability. Mm-hmm. And there's also Stephon Castle with the turnovers comes in a remarkable game. His ability to get to the basket is outstanding. His throwdown dunk last night on Hartenstein was,
my goodness,
caused me to scream out loud.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like literally, like what,
Yeah.
That was
Do it again.
I tweeted, I said some stuff that wasn't safe for work.
I mean, that was unbelievable. And Wembanyama was held to just 21 points and 17 rebounds. That said, this kid, and I know I was calling him, with his burning desire to win, Michael Jordan esque. He's now averaged in the first 2 games of this series 30 points, 20 rebounds. Last guy to start a playoff series averaging 30 and 20 is named Shaquille O'Neal in the 2001 NBA Finals against your Sixers. That's the last time you've seen a player so dominant with a 30-20 stat line to start a playoff series. And they go home with 1 win in their back pocket, hoping to maybe get De'Aaron Fox back from the dreaded high ankle sprain. Harper's going to go through an MRI. We shall see. But I will just say this. The fact that Victor Wembanyama still scored 21 points, 17 rebounds.
17 rebounds.
And by the way, 4 block shots. There was one sequence that he followed up his own miss.
Yeah.
From the right side of the basket,
Knew he was
with
gonna
a
miss it.
left-handed,
knew he was gonna miss it.
with a left-handed finish on the other side of the basket.
That was insane.
The fact that he did that and then went down the floor and came up with such a suction cup type block, like a gravity suck type block on the other end of the floor, then wound up on the floor and then got hit. I believe it was Dort or Joe, one of those fellas, who gave him a little bit of business on the floor. The fact that he did that wearing an Isaiah Hartenstein suit all night is truly remarkable. Hartenstein, I mean, if this was football, he would have had about 30 holding penalties last night. Honestly, the
Yeah, but he did
Oklahoma
what he had
City
to do.
Thunder would have lost about 300 yards,
Personal foul.
300 yards of
Holding.
penalty yards. Not personal foul, holding.
Man, Sean Hockey.
Well, there was
had a
one
day.
personal foul where he yanked Castle's hair.
His locks. You know, I took personal umbrage to that. So
I mean, that, Tariqa was giving him the benefit of the doubt, saying, was that basically a tangle or a pull? And Reggie's like, no, it was a hair pull.
the hair pull. Yeah. He should have
know?
been tossed out for that.
And so the way Hartenstein was allowed to defend Victor Wembanyama last night, he was the primary defender on Wembanyama, according to ESPN tracking, on 47 plays last night.
Man,
Do you know how many times he was the primary defender on Wembanyama in game one?
2?
3.
Oh.
3.
He's got more beef than anyone else on their
Yeah.
team.
And so this is now established that Hartenstein is Mark Daigneault's
Yep.
designated defender of Victor Wembanyama,
Designated Lambeer.
and he is going to yank him, pull him, grab his arm, hook his arm.
Try to bait him.
He's going to do all of that. And that way that he handled his business led to everyone wondering if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander saw this and knew that this is not sustainable or a good way to play him. Based on this conversation he had post-game on NBC.
You all made a pivot defensively, hard on Wemby. What kind of impact did Isaiah have tonight?
I'm not sure if it was good, to be honest. Yeah.
Break that down for me.
Say again?
Break that down for me. Why was his impact not good?
It was all right. It was good. It was good. We wanted to switch it up, give him different looks. That's what it's about. When you play against good players, you gotta switch it up. Make sure the rhythm's not the same, and we did that tonight.
Appreciate the honesty. Thank you.
And appreciate kudos to Zora Stevenson. That's a great follow. It's so important to listen. So many people who interview for a living, and it took me years to figure this out sitting in this chair. You're already on to your next question. You don't listen to the answer. And she's like, break that down for me. And he says, what was that? And she goes, break that. Why was that not,
Good.
good? And he then paused and goes, no, it was good.
Yeah, that was good.
And then he went to the post-game press conference, and I don't know if somebody said anything to him or whatever, or he realized whatever that exchange was. He was far more effusive about Hartenstein's defense, and then was asked this point blank.
Yeah, Shai, your answer on Hart in the post-game interview on the court was different than the one in here. Can you just kind of explain what was going on there?
I didn't really hear her. And then once I realized what she said, I gave her the right answer. Yeah, at first I heard it wrong what she said.
Okay. Do me, listen, I'm just going to do this. Hoskins, do me a favor and re-rack the original, please. And you tell me, it sure sounded like he heard the original question and had a problem hearing the follow-up, where she's just like,
Explain it.
explain it.
Yeah.
You all made a pivot defensively, hard on Wemby. What kind of impact did Isaiah have tonight?
I'm not sure if it was good, to be honest. Yeah.
Break that down for me.
Say again?
Break that down for me. Why was his impact not good?
It was all right. It was good. It was good. We wanted to switch it up, give him different looks. That's what it's about. When you play against good players, you gotta switch it up. Make sure the rhythm's not the same, and we did that tonight.
Appreciate
tell
the
you-
honesty. Thank you.
Appreciate the honesty. Well done again to Zora Stevenson. Listen, I'll be straight up with you. I don't know if you can wager on this sort of thing on your sites, Christopher.
Ooh, hold
or
on a
not.
second. What do you got?
You don't know?
If Hartenstein plays the same way, and I imagine he will try, he will foul out in San Antonio in Game 3. I am sure the Spurs video department is cutting up a nice montage of the way Hartenstein abused Victor Wembanyama, and that will be sent to the league office, and they will have that as their viewing homework. And there's no doubt the Spurs and Mitch Johnson and all of them are going to be talking about this for the next 24 hours. And if he does the same thing, he will foul out. And they're going to have to figure something else out.
I can't find fouls.
Okay. Over, under number of fouls? I don't know. If he does the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because, dude, that was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
And they don't even have to give much of a montage. Just send the NBC broadcast tape. They were showing it. They were on it. Mid-game. And at one point, I think it was Reggie or Jamal Crawford's like, this is the third time we've shown this, where he's hooking his arm. And Victor Wembanyama does not complain. Ever. Do you see that? He never,
I like it.
ever complains. He's never in the face of the officials. When he has a foul, when he's committing a foul, he raises his hand. Like it's 1965. It's not part of his DNA to complain. We'll see if that changes. But it's a 1-1 series tie, and it is popcorn-ready material. And the Spurs now have home court advantage in the best of 5. And we'll see how the officials officiate Wembanyama being defended. There was one part in game 1 where Chet Holmgren's stepping on his foot.
Yeah.
During a free throw.
Yeah.
I literally haven't seen that since I was in like junior high.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're pulling out
like kids'
all
moves.
the stops.
Yeah. And it looks very deliberate, too.
You think?
Oh, yeah. 1,000. Yeah,
If he just looks at his foot and
Oh,
steps on
please.
it.
yeah, like I said, someone did that to me
Hey.
in 8th grade. I did it to
They
someone.
are a spectacular
Hurt
team.
right now.
Oklahoma City Thunder. Spectacular. And they could win it all again, but they got their biggest test here. Got to get one in San Antonio with us seeing the way it was officiated on Wembanyama in the last 2 games. That's going to change in game 3. You know it, and I know it.
Yeah, it's
We
just
all
like
know it.
everybody complained about how they didn't do anything to Wemby in game 1, and now they actually went and tried to stop him, and now we're like, he was too physical with him. But
Well-
there's nothing else they can do.
Just sit back and enjoy. Game 3 coming up. Also, sit back and enjoy the next conversation. That also includes you, TJ, because I know you're going to get jealous.
How so?
You're the only one who's allowed to talk to John Cena around here.
That's true. That's good.
John Cena is
Man.
next.